What's up, doggies? This right here is a Venev Diamond Waterstone. These things are great. You have to order them directly from Russia. You get two different grits, and you get a huge space of stone here to use. I believe it's an 8 by 3 inch stone, and you can see how it compares to something like your Chazera Waterstone. You've got a lot more real estate there to work with. So just excellent, excellent for kitchen knives there. Yeah, two different grits. This greener side right here is about 600 grit. And this side right here is going to be about 800. But the Russians use a little bit of a higher grit rating scale, so technically this is a little bit higher than 800, and this is a little bit higher than 600. You can see right here I've got some load up on the stone from some steel filings. You're supposed to use these with water, not oil. And I'll show you guys how to clean out these little metal filings here from the abrasive. But it says here on the side, it'll use a micron scale rating, so this side right here, the arrow's pointing, this is 7 to 5 micron, and then it says right here, this side is 20 to 14 microns. So neat stone. Here's the package it came with. Can't understand any of that, but we understand that right there. Yeah, the Russians are pretty advanced when it comes to their abrasives and steels. They're really obsessed with high performance stuff. Kind of show you guys how this stone works. It's a splash and go stone, so you just kind of dunk it with water. Let's use these little pad guys so it doesn't slip around. I think it's a cool stone, man. People don't realize this is only about 60 bucks. Of course, you got to pay the shipping from Russia, but this is a great stone. I just use something like this Nagura. It doesn't have to be this particular Nagura. It could be a Nagura like this, or even a Nagura like that. Nagura is just like a Japanese helper stone, and that'll just kind of help clean out the abrasive filings or whatnot, or steel filings from the actual stone. So you guys saw there close up what the metal filings look like. We'll clean the stone out, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like afterwards. These things are really, really cool because not only are they a diamond abrasive, but also they don't need to be hardcore flattened after every use. Like these stones, these soaking stones you guys see inside here, I mean, these things need constant flattening. It's kind of a pain in the butt. But with these stones right here, this Venev diamond, it doesn't need any attention whatsoever. I talked to Constantine, he's the owner of Gritomatic. That's the place where you're going to get these stones, and he recommended using like a silicon carbide powder to flatten the stone when you get it, because initially the stones don't come flat, but I haven't seen the need to do that, to be honest. It seems like it's flat enough to get the job done out of the box. I mean, the real question people have is, are you going to get the same performance as the Naiwa Diamond Waterstones? And I'll argue that I feel like these cut a little bit better. These leave me a little bit better of a finish. I like these stones better, but this is like 150 bucks per stone to 200 bucks per stone, depending on where you're getting it from. And this stone right here is like 60 bucks. And you get two grits. So it's kind of a no-brainer for me. I mean, if I was watching my videos and I wanted to buy a stone, I'd probably end up buying one of these because, yeah, it's just more affordable and it makes more sense for kind of your average dude. So we'll just kind of wash this off. I'll show you guys that I was able to get all that load up off there. Yeah, you could see that was definitely able to clean those steel filings off there. It's an excellent stone. I think one of the problems with this stone is that it's not going to cut as fast as your kind of traditional stones. But the thing is, it's going to cut, your super wear resistant steels. It's really going to be able to cut the material really good. So last off, you guys saw I sharpened my Maxamet Manix 2 here with the Spyderco double stuff tube. And for me, that was just way too coarse of an edge. I'll show you guys where we're at right now with it. But here it is, my Spyderco Maxamet 2, or Spyderco Maxamet Manix 2. It's a lot of M's, it's quite a mouthful. But yeah, this is where the edge is at. Real toothy. Not my cup of tea. To be honest, for pocket knives, that's probably the perfect edge. You're just cutting stuff to throw away anyways. It's not like you're sitting there making sushi or anything. But this is a 600 grit side right here. Just kind of go through here and we'll clean up that edge. The feedback on the stone, you don't get insane amounts of feedback. Those of you that are curious what feedback is, it's where you can like feel where the edge is on the stone. You can feel it cut, it makes a sound, it makes small vibrations or whatnot that you could feel as you're sharpening. And that really helps kind of keeping your place on the stone or whatnot. So stones like these traditional stones, the reason why we tolerate these is because you get insane amounts of feedback off these stones, even though they wear away really quickly. You got to constantly flatten them. But this stone seems to have a little bit more feedback, I think, than these guys over here. I'm not sure what the exact reason is for that, but it works, man. You can see that I definitely have a little bit of load up again on the stone. I'm not sure if you can see that. It looks like pencil lead, like graphite. And you don't have to sit there and clean it off every single time. Alright, but if it gets extreme, if your entire stone looks like graphite, then yeah, you're going to want to kind of clean that stone off with a Nagura of your choice. But it feels like I got a little bit of a burr there. I'll bring it up close here to the camera too, so you guys can see what the finish looks like as well. There we go. That's the 600 grit finish right here. God, if that will focus in. But yeah, let's go ahead and get the other side now. Yeah, I mean, if your knife was like super dull, then it might take a little bit to sharpen with these diamond waterstones, but I think honestly, man, you just can't let your knife go super dull, man. You're doing a huge disservice to your knife if you're letting it go incredibly dull. Especially for you guys out there that complain about something being super difficult to sharpen, and then it's like you're letting your knife go incredibly dull. It's like, man, no wonder. Feel for a little whip of metal. That lets me know I got the finish all the way. Cool. You know what? You guys probably want to see how sharp we are off this 600 grit side. So let me just go ahead and I'll deburr and then we'll move on to the 800. But yeah, once you get the finish and burr both sides, and yeah, you just move up to the 800. You don't have to deburr. You don't have to deburr until you get to the 800 side. I was talking to Constantine too. I think it'd be really cool if these stones came with different grit jumps. I feel like the 600 and 800 are a little bit too close to each other. I mean, I do notice a difference between the 600 side and the 800 grit side, but I think a 600 grit side would do better with maybe they've got like a 2K stone, and I think that would make a better combo stone. Yeah, deburring, it's not like an exact process. I don't know exactly when to stop. Just kind of have to move the paper and see if I got it or not. Let's just move up to the 800 grit side, kind of refine my work. I guess I'll show you guys what the 800 grit finish looks like. Not quite a super mirror finish, but it's a bright finish. There is the 800 grit finish. Focus, baby. So not quite a true mirror, but it's definitely set up for you to move on to a polishing stone if you want. All right. Yeah, Maxamet seems a little bit stubborn on the burr, man. It doesn't really break off the burr super clean. Heel area here. Check the finish. They're all nice and even, dudes. Really take the time to make sure it's nice and even. Alright, just kind of cleaning the edge up, using a lighter pressure. Finish a little bit. Alright, let's drop the rest here. Let's see what we got, man. Let's put the paddle strap on. Let's see what that does. See if we're getting the hair off the way we want. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's what you want, man. You want to be able to just touch the hair at the edge and it just goes ping. Just ping, 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 ping. That's sweet. Ah. It's exhausting. Oh. I mean, it's not super mirrored up. It's shiny. Oh God, look at that right there. There's like a little area right there where the finish isn't consistent, huh? See that at the tip? Let's fix that real quick, huh? It's gonna drive me crazy. Just gotta use light pressure here. Like light pressure, like I'm just like, ooh. Right, I'll just throw this shit. There's the finish we're looking for, man. There we go. That's the 800 finish I know and love. Ooh! Pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Let's clean that up a little bit. This is a 1/2 micron CBN. Pull out the paper. You know, I don't test with the paper every time, but you know, I've gotten comments in the past like, "Oh, paper isn't the best way to test the edge," and this and that, and geez, dude, you figure out a way for me to show you guys an edge to the camera, you know, with pourable camera equipment. You know, I haven't found a better way but just paper. Paper is pretty empirical. You could see my shit. Boom. That's what we're looking for. Here we go. Oh, that's my favorite. Shit, I don't know if I got that S cut. I'm almost too embarrassed to show you guys. Oh, Sean sucks at sharpening. Oh, God. We got a little S-cut action. See, if I was a really good sharpener, you guys would have a legit like S-cut at 800 grit. That's decent. You know, that's definitely going to be decent there. Woo! But yeah, that's a respectable edge, man. I'll carry this. I'll carry that around. Especially in frickin' Maxamet. You see why you like Maxamet so much. The reason why Maxamet is so badass is because you can put in this work to it. You can put all this work into it, and it's going to hold that edge. All right, it's going to be worth the investment of time to put it into this edge because it's going to hold up, man. I mean, you guys saw it got destroyed when I opened that can. Man, I don't open cans with my knives if I'm not shooting a video for you guys. I was just kind of showing you guys how that stuff works. You know, like for me, if it wasn't for this YouTube stuff, I'd put this edge on here and I'd maintain it with straps and a fine grit stone, and it would never go dull. All right. So Maxamet is money. It's money in this format with this lightweight knife too. I mean, it's always going to be in your pocket because this thing only weighs like 3 ounces. I mean, it may feel like a freaking Lego in your hand. It's not going to feel like a Sebenza or anything, but this is going to cut circles around a Sebenza. It's going to cut circles around a lot of knives, even in the, you know, $600 range. This is going to cut a lot better than all those knives. People are going to hate hearing that, but that just is what it is. So just know what you're paying for. You know, I'm paying for this steel quality, man. That's sweet. I mean, this is an expensive little bugger. It's kind of annoying that it's like $170, but you know, I'm not making these things. I don't know all the trouble that Spyderco went through to make a production knife out of this thing. Maybe it was just a real pain in the ass to get. But yeah, I like this knife a lot. It's sweet. I'd say Maxamet is definitely my current favorite steel, and this thing can't get out of my pocket right now. But enough about that. We'll finish up by talking about the Venev Diamond Waterstone. I like this stone. This stone is only 60 bucks. It's going to put a smoking edge on Maxamet if you know what you're doing. And yeah, it's awesome. That gets you a decent 2-grit stone there for 60 bucks. Diamond abrasive. You don't have to bullshit about flattening it and this and that. Splash and go. Just get the job done, man. It's sweet. If I didn't have any of these stones here and I needed to buy a stone, I'd buy that one, man. Hands down. Sweet. You got to order it from Russia, but worth it. All right. It's a long-ass video. Probably nobody made it to the end here, but whatevs. Later, dudes.